Hi guys, my name is Anaya, and today I'm gonna be discussing race and ethnicity trends, specifically within the Black community. Um, okay, let's get started. I chose to dis- I chose to discuss this topic mainly because I was interested in the patterns in the African community. Um, It is discussed that African Americans are the third largest racial and ethnic group in the US. Many African Americans are heavily impacted by poverty compared to other races such as whites. And I kind of noticed this on like a day-to-day basis, such as homeless people. I feel like I see more Black people than any other race, or I find that Black people are struggling more than other races, if you guys know what I mean. Let's see what else. I feel like it's also due to their skin color. It's kind of like, I feel like for many years, Black people and whites have had an ongoing battles between each other simply because we cannot just accept one another for only one reason, which is our skin color. So yeah, African Americans are also impacted by a number of health concerns and chronic diseases, and I believe that this is happening because of the way that most Blacks live. Now, being a Black person, I kind of relate to this a little bit better, which is why I kind of chose to talk about it as well. And when it comes to health concerns, I feel like things like when Black people go to the hospital, I feel like we don't get all the medical needs and attentions that we need versus like a white person or anybody else because of our skin color or simply because we're Black, which is wrong, but that's just the case sometimes. And it's also because of the way we live and the things that we eat as well, I feel like. So yeah, it is also known that some hospitals won't give a Black person the right treatment that they need. And which is what I just discussed before, is, not giving them the treatment because of their skin. So, and I've heard cases about this before where a person was turned down because they're Black. So, mental health is also something that impacts the community, and it is said that 20% of the Black population experience mental health problems more than the general population. Now, with this statement, I feel like I relate really heavily to this because I am a Black person myself, and I've growing up in a all Black household around nothing but Black people. It's insane how many mental health problems that we have, and we really don't talk about it because it's kind of overlooked that a little bit. But we deal with a lot of issues, and sometimes we just don't know how to handle it, I feel like, because especially since our parents probably had the same experience that we did, but they didn't even get to fix the problem themselves, so they kind of don't know what to do. So that's why we're kind of clueless and just overlooked a little bit, if you know what I mean. I also said that I myself am a Black female, and I relate heavily to this topic because I've experienced similar things before or noticed the trends that go on within my community, which is also why I chose to talk about this topic. And I know I said that before, but it's actually pretty true. A lot of things that go on within the Black community, I feel like I've experienced myself as a person because growing up, I lived in poverty heavily. I lived in poverty. So did my family. Most of my family grew up really poor. We had to work our way up, and I really never understood why, because some people when they're born they have it all and some people don't. But in this case, when it comes to African Americans, we kind of suffer a little bit more heavily. I feel like, and I sometimes I just wonder, you know, when there's gonna be a time that we overcome this. And I don't know if we ever will. You know, it's kind of up to the world to make that choice, because being one person, you can only make so much of a difference, if you guys know what I mean. But yeah, so that's all that I have for about this topic. And I hope you guys enjoyed over what I talked about. Bye.